Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to welcome Michael Poulin, and he is the author of The Ambassador. Michael, can you share with us a little bit about your book?
Yes, thank you. The Ambassador, it takes us on a journey for Marcus Westbrook. It begins his journey. He is a transitioning military officer. He's leaving 20 years of military service and taking up one of the more challenging jobs in this life is a supporting husband and father to
Okay.
his family.
Uh-huh.
Um, and we see him take on those unique and often challenging duties
Hmm.
as him staying at home,
Hmm.
taking care of the family while they're out at school, and his wife is at her work as well.
Uh-huh.
The reader will see and experience, his difficulties in accepting and finding meaning in retirement.
Hmm.
He really misses that fast-paced life and the responsibilities that his former career required of him every day. So there's definitely a lot of mental understanding of the main character as we progress through the first couple chapters. Then we jump into the really exciting stuff.
Uh-huh.
Um, an evaluator arrives on Earth. This is a machine that the aliens, which I call OID,
Uh-huh.
they are our galaxy's defenders, which we had no idea about until this machine arrives on Earth and starts scouring the planet. We see how many different governments react to this. Some are very hopeful, some are cautious, and a few act very aggressive while
Mm.
it's running around scanning for the candidate. It finds just one, our character Marcus. It explains to him that there's been a war going on for almost 1,000 years, and unfortunately, the free species of this galaxy are not in a good position. He informs Marcus that Earth has been scanned by the enemy once before,
Mhm.
which now makes humans eligible for the selection process.
Mhm.
If he volunteers to become a candidate, he will be taken away from Earth to the OID homeworld for the selection process. And so he's given a choice, a very difficult choice that he goes back and forth on. All the mental arguments that you can make on, well, am I going to choose myself? Am I going to choose my family? Am I going to choose defending Earth?
Yeah.
Because no one else has been selected. He is the only one that fits the requirements based on what the device is telling him.
Wow.
So he accepts. Otherwise, it would be a very short book. He does accept,
Uh-huh.
realizing that he is making a big sacrifice, and because he's not able to tell his friends, his family, what's happened, where he's going, he is immediately picked up and taken away before he can do any of
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Yeah, so that's part of also the challenging and the mental the mind state that he has to be in when he makes that decision. So once he arrives on the alien homeworld, he goes through medical and physical enhancements. He goes through educational training far beyond anything that the humans have
Mhm.
understanding of currently. And of course, battle command training, learning to control strike forces, battle groups, and entire fleets.
Wow.
So I will say that Marcus finds creative ways to overcome these many different challenges during the process while still remaining himself, not getting, an overflated ego or a big head
Mhm.
or anything like that, because he does fail. He does fail spectacularly in a few things,
Mhm.
but he gets up again. He keeps trying and he keeps pushing himself. And I think that's something that a lot of readers will understand
Mhm.
and identify with, was sometimes you fail, but as long as you get up, dust yourself off, and you keep going, you can usually overcome any challenges before you. So he
Wow.
yeah,
Okay.
I
Yeah.
know.
Michael, yeah, this book sounds really fascinating. It sounds fun, like an adventure, sci-fi. I love how it starts out with this man. He's retiring, and it seems like, maybe his life is gonna be kind of like maybe a little boring. And then all of a sudden, he is kind of thrust into this decision. So and then he has to decide, like you said, between maybe family and himself and like saving the world type stuff. So this is really great. What a great idea for a story. What was your inspiration for writing it?
Yes. So inspirations. I will have to tell you that right up front that I am a lifelong sci-fi fan.
Uh-huh.
I like all aspects of sci-fi. Growing up, I played a lot of Dungeons and Dragons and other mental challenging games like that.
Uh-huh.
I grew up with the TV shows like Flight of the Navigator, The Last Starfighter, The Explorers, the original Star Wars, and of course Tron.
Hmm.
That really brought out the imagination in me on the big screen, and what else could be out there that, this is just us thinking, but it really started the what if for me.
Hmm.
Um, and that's really where the story started. It was, well, what if?
Yeah.
How many different stories are there about aliens coming to Earth? Most of the time, it's two things: they want to steal our resources, or they want they want to coordinate for other things like that.
Mhm.
I went a little bit different. I said, well, what if they need people? What if they need resources? Things like that.
Yeah.
And so I ended up going with well, what if they need fighters because something's happening? And so that really is the what if, which led to the why, the where, the how. And I will say also that the state of quality in some of the sci-fi that we've seen come out in the last 10, 15, 20 years even,
Hmm.
I think that sci-fi and the fantasy genre is almost in a state of emergency.
Yeah.
We've seen an oversaturation of superhero movies, shows that I think have really lost their way on what sci-fi means to fans like me and the other fans out there.
Hmm.
The quality seems to be sacrificed for expedience, so they can get that high demand for quantity on the streaming channels.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to have a show, and sometimes they try to get it out there a little too fast.
Yes, it's true.
Um, and I wanted to create a new story, something that was different than anyone else,
Hmm.
but still not, a little familiar. I mean, good over evil, hard decisions, self-sacrifice, um, looking out for other people that can't.
Yeah.
And that's really the heart of what the ambassador is.
Well, that's awesome. I'm so glad that you created this story. It sounds really good. I love sci-fi, so it sounds like something I would just love to read. I also like something that you talked about earlier about how this main character fails spectacularly and just keeps trying. He gets back up and tries again. And like you said, I think that's such an important message. So that's super cool. Michael, is there anything else you can share about the book, the messages within the book, or about yourself?
Um, Again, this is just the first of several that are on their way out. So if when people either read the book or listen to it on audiobook, that is, it just came out on audio as well.
Okay,
So
okay.
that's an availability as well.
Nice.
And of course, ebooks. It's on all three different platforms. It's really what you said about building and coming together. That's really how he progresses through the story. He builds a close relationship to a few others. There's the emotional factors. There's strategic thinking all the way through. So it can be someone that loves sci-fi. It could be someone that just loves a good story. They like to see a challenging event, and I want my readers and listeners to go, well, how would I have done that? Or did he make a good decision? Or how could we have done it differently. So if they can come through the story going, okay, I can understand how we went from A to B to C all the way through, and hopefully they will read that and be satisfied and definitely want more from Marcus the ambassador.
Yes, great. Thank you so much for sharing. For anybody who's interested in picking up a copy, again, it's A. Michael Poulin, and the title is The Ambassador. You can get it on barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com, Apple Books, and like Michael said, it's available on audiobook as well. Thank you so much for being with us today, Michael.
Thank you for having me.